Okay, here's my 20-inch drum fan by LASKO. LASKO industrial grade high velocity fan. It comes with a remote. It comes with a wall mount bracket. No, I'm not going to put it on the wall. It is the max performance. Okay? They claim that this is a high velocity fan, but we all know that it's a drum fan. You can clearly see the shroud. It's a drum fan. Although we're going to see how this goes. This would probably be the biggest drum fan in my entire collection of drum fans in the studio. No, this is not the retirement fan. This is the fan prior to the P21 that we're coming next month. And yes, the little blue-bladed galaxy that I keep showing y'all on my post, that's not coming until June. So you gotta wait till June for that. That's to replace the Panasonic. The one I was working on, you remember the Panasonic that won't oscillate after I took all that time with glue trying to fix it? That's gonna be replaced in June. No, I'm not coming out of my retirement, going back on my word, and starting back to collect fans again. That's not what that is. I'm just simply replacing the Panasonic. That's all it is. That's the first and last time you will see a replacement. After that, you won't see any more replacements. That's all that is. No, I'm not coming out of retirement. No, I'm not going back on my word. No, I'm not returning back to fan collecting. I'm just getting in that. I'm getting that in June to replace the Panasonic because it doesn't oscillate. That's all it is. So don't get it twisted. I am retired by next month. Okay? And that's going to be it. Now, with all that being said, and all that aside, let's open this thing up and let's see what we're dealing with. Okay, this is just a wall bracket that they usually give you, the same wall bracket that they give you with the high velocity fan. You have your typical LASKO manual. Alright, let's do it this way.
So all for the good graces of the Board of County Commissioners and all of us surrounding mayors, Deputy Mayor of Lakewood, Nashville, Mayor of Acton and Berkeley, and my phone is absolutely running with Mayor. He's what we need. We got trucks. We can help you fight the fires with divisions. And it's been so remarkable, and my hand will hurt typing up all the thank you emails. So, because of that cooperation, we're able to get buses and our seniors actually physically help them onto the buses and allow them to have their dogs and pets with them. And we're able to send them about 35 minutes away to another shelter in Manchester, New Jersey, inside Manchester High School. But they have staff and provisions and cots.
Nice. And it's so nice to see that the community is coming together, or I should say the state as a whole. We know that this is going to be an emergency situation for you guys. So seeing that resilience already been in place, like I said, near 35, 36 hours, it's great. Now, after we go over, we're talking to officials, and some of them have been saying that this way could go on today. What sort of the biggest concerns that you may have as a mayor, say over the next 24 hours, especially when it comes to businesses or residencies or anything your community is
I mean, there's a lot of concerns. We're a town of about 29,000 people, and we're spread over about 86 square miles. So I'm concerned immediately the amazing news. I'm sitting here speaking to you today at the 3 o'clock hour, and I can tell you that as of 11 a.m. this morning, the Issue County Sheriff reported that there have been no single-family homes destroyed, there have been no injuries reported, and there have been miraculously the fire is coming more now under control. But I will defer the percentage of what it is under control and the amount of acreage burned. I will put that on our fire department. Our office coordinator was kept in constant contact along with Jason Pianell. That I want to report to you.
Oh my God, my apologies for taking so long, but y'all knew I had to put that switch on right there in the front. I had to put that switch on there. And unfortunately, the cord is real short, but since I'm going to be using it on the table, that's fine. Sorry that the video is super long, but there is some assembly that had to be done to it. It's not like it just came already assembled. But what I'm going to do now is get you guys over here to the table, put it on the table, and we're going to test it out and see how it runs. All right, so I'm going to get you guys on the table. Hold on.
I know the town is going to rally behind them. They employ people, and it's very unfortunate. But it could have been a lot worse. We could have had loss of life, and we have not.
And that's the best part of this, right? I mean, if there is a silver lining, that life has not been lost. And we definitely wish you guys all the best. We know this is going to be a long stretch of recovery for parts of South Jersey. We'll be keeping up with you guys, still spreading that word to the viewers and the residents across parts of Lacey Township. That's Lacey Township Mayor Peter Curatola. We want to thank you again for spending some time.
I was told that these things can be pretty loud, but y'all should know I like loud fans, so that's not going to bother me. So let's go ahead and test out and see what we got.
There you go. Well, it looked pretty similar both nights, and it's probably going to look pretty similar on Thursday evening as well. But Friday evening, we're probably going to have some rain around, and we can certainly have some rain around into the first half of Saturday. So be prepared for that. It's going to be good news, obviously, for the fire that's going on down.
It's not that loud on low.
We definitely need to see some moisture in the air. This is the future track.
Has a real cool start sound. Real cool whine. Seems like that blade is out of clock. It's out of balance, but what else is new? That's LASKO for you. They don't know how to make a stinking fan blade right. That shouldn't come to you as a surprise. It's warming up now from a cold start. Starts off on low. It's pretty decent for a drum fan. Most drum fans don't blow the air directly on you. They kind of blow it off to the side, but this one's blowing the air directly on you. Yeah, one of those blades were heavily out of clock. It's awful. That's unfortunate. It's not really resonating through the table all that much, but if you put your hand on the fan head, you're going to feel some shaking. But again, that shouldn't come to y'all as a surprise. It is moving air. It's doing its job. All right, let's speed up to the next one. I got this off of eBay for about $65. Was it $65? No, it was $69. Basically $70. Anywhere else, you would have had to pay at least $95 or basically over $100 to get this. So I got a pretty good deal on it, believe it or not, off of eBay for about $70. About $69, $95 or something like that. It's a pretty good deal. That has nothing to do with the blade being out of balance. The reason why the blade's out of balance is because you all know that LASKO don't do nothing. They all make nothing right. And it's not really them as a company. It's the Chinese freak shows who they chose to make these machines. Of course, China never makes any fan right. So that shouldn't come to you as a surprise. But it is moving air, and that's what matters. This thing is relatively quiet. Wow. Let's run it up to full power. Definitely like that humming sound. It's not shaking all that bad. It's not all that loud either. You hear more of the windscreen than you do the motor. It's pretty decent. You can still talk over it normal. This thing is moving a crap load of air. Goodness gracious. I like how you can hear those harmonic sounds when you're transitioning back to low. Shh, listen. I think it does the humming sound low better. I remember when I first got those other two high velocity fans just like this. I had the black and the silver one. Unfortunately, those had to leave the studio because at that time I had too many fans. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get similar ones back. Because they make really cool harmonics. All right, we're going to spin it back up to full power, then we'll spin it down and see what it looks like when it's slowing down. Yeah, one of those blades are terribly out of balance. It's just out of clock. Well, let's see what happens with the spin down time. If it don't go back and forth, then that's good. But it's just one of them is out of clock. Spin down time seemed pretty decent. It looks like the oil might have to kick in a little bit more. Nope, it didn't go back and forth. And yes, it's interesting how they use that same blade for all their metal blade high velocity fans. I understand that blade was in the metal box fan that they had around 2014 to 2017. And now you see that blade in all of their high velocity floor fans. They just utilize that exact same blade pretty much on all their stuff. Now on their drum fans. It's not a bad blade. But I'm just saying it's the same design. So there you go. So there's that blade again. There it is. So it's the same blade you see over there on that metal box fan over there that I personally made. The 9723 Hurricane. Of course, I made 3 of those. And that's the reason why you can still get that blade that used to go to that box fan. That's the reason why it's still in production, because obviously they use that blade on all their fans. The only difference between that one and this one is that the set screw is in the front, whereas on this one it's in the back. So I'm not exactly sure. It's just they just changed the location of the set screw that holds it to the shaft. All right, there you go. So there's my 20-inch LASKO Max Performance drum fan. And there you go. You'll see more of this in future videos. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this super long video. More to come soon. Lamont the Fan Man, and out.